at heads up, no limit hold'em, you're going to be playing very weak hands. You're going to be playing a 10-6 offsuit. You're going to be playing a queen 5 offsuit. And now maybe some of you guys do play these hands, and then get some games, the players also play those hands. But in this game, especially heads up, you're playing 80% of hands from the button. You're playing about 50% of hands from out of position. You're 3-betting about 20% of hands. It just means that people aren't always going to have aces and kings in these types of hands in these really large pots. They're going to show up with some dog shit hands once in a while, right? So don't be confused. And listen, don't try that in your games, because you guys are going to get beaten down. You try that strategy. We already got a $20.99 Canadian donation from my buddy John Party. Give him a little donation pull here of the horn, man. Shout out to my man John Party. Right hand side, we got a check raise on the flop by Doug Polk. Doug Polk's micro stakes. He's going to bet the turn. Very small, $1,532. The board's 10-10-6. Now these boys, like I said, if they got those wide ranges pre-flop, of course on the flop, that means you're not always going to have a pair. You're not always going to have trip 10s when you call a check raise, right? So you're going to call a check raise with some hands that maybe have these backdoor draws, like a queen jack of diamonds type of hand like that. So you guys got to remember that when Daniel calls a turn here, it doesn't mean he always has a 10. Doesn't mean Doug's check raising with a 10. Means these guys got a bunch of BS once in a while. Overbet by, and just like that, there we go. Right on cue, guys. Listen, right on cue. Pay attention, lock in with me, and we're going to have a good time together, okay? So just like that, Dan Negreanu hits off the first hand against Doug Polk. Left-hand side, little 3-bet there by Mr. Doug Polk. As we go back to this one hand, left-hand side, you saw Doug bet 1/3 on the turn. He overbets the river. He gets snap called by Daniel, and you know Daniel loves to get off to the fresh start. He's a big believer in momentum, feeling good. The decisions in this match come fast and they come furious. Shout out Paul Walker. And listen, man, so you're making decisions. Boom, boom, boom. Right here. Check raise again. Check raise again. 3-bet again. 3-bet again. And anytime you get that confidence brewing to start the match off, you got to be feeling good. Left-hand side lock in, boys. 3-bet pot. Bet on the flop by Supreme Leader Douglas K. Polk. Dan Negreanu. I need a nickname. I almost made up a new nickname for him right there. He calls again. Here we go, guys. Big pot energy is brewing. $25,000 is in the middle. Let's see if Doug Polk. Doug Polk bets here. He's only going to have a jack, or he's going to have a bunch of BS. And as we know, he bets small though. Maybe he doesn't have a jack. Could have a hand like an ace queen. Maybe river that ace queen. Queen 10. But if Daniel's got the jack, he's shoving it in. You know what I'm saying? He's going all in, if you know what I'm saying here. Smoke billows up here. GTO headquarters, Christmas time in the city. Big pot energy is brewing. He feels the big pot. He thinks something's coming. It is coming. Daniel calls it the 7. Picks up another big pot from Doug Polk. Just like that. $41,000 pot. Right hand side 3-bet pot. C-bet on the flop by Daniel. Check, check, turn. River, backdoor flush gets there. You know one of these guys capable of having that backdoor flush. Maybe like a 6-8 of hearts. No, that's not possible. You want to know why? Because there's 8 of hearts out there. A 6-9 of hearts could be a little dicey. Doug shoves it. He's saying he's got 6-9 of hearts, guys. And Daniel folds, takes it down. So Doug Polk, you guys know, man, the man is the pressure cooker. You ever want to know what it feels like to be in a sauna for 8 years? Play heads up, no limit hold'em against Doug Polk on the river, all right? And he's going to let you know. And when you look about what these people regret when they get older, you know, what they regret is they say, oh, I wish I would have worked out more. So I basically went in the lab. I said, what do these 50-year-olds regret? Like, what do they wish they would have done more of? What are their problems when they're 50? And then, you know, it's kind of the same things. I'm like, oh, well, I got to move around. I got to eat healthy. I got to drink water. I got to be getting the finances right. Like, it's all these common things they talk about. Right-hand side, we saw a big bet on the turn. Daniel could have 8-6, could have 8-9 here. See what goes down. 14.3K in the middle. Bum, 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 bum. Move around like the gorilla. Bum, bum, bum. Left-hand side, 3-bet. Doug checked it over. I'm really ready to use my new graphic right now. Doug's going to bet big. What's he saying he's got? 7-10. 7-10. Bets big on the turn. Definitely going to have some missed spades. Going to have a 10 in his hand or a 7 in his hand. Or he's got pocket aces. The 33K pot goes down for the Supreme Leader. Nice hand. It goes out to Doug as he fires a little shot at him. Nice. Give it to him, Supreme. Pocket aces. Left-hand side, 4-bet alert. Here we go. Here we go. I don't think my approach was smart. All in. Call. Ace queen versus ace king. No. Ah! No. Wait, we can't win. There we go. Ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. The supreme leader walks through the door with the ace king, faces the ace queen. And just like that, Doug Polk is going to take out the machine gun and he's going to fire away. There we go. The supreme leader. Right hand side. Interesting. So check, check, turn. Check, check, flop. Check, check, turn. Doug bets river. Daniel raises him. So Daniel is saying he's got ace, king, or king, queen here for value. Maybe he's got a real slow played 5. So Daniel raises. Check, check, flop. Check, check, turn. Doug could be betting. Would he bet a 7 here? I don't think so. He raises huge. It's a huge raise from the supreme leader. That would he be bluffing here with, guys? So he nothing happening here. Check, check, flop. Check, check, turn. Lead on the river. Big raise from Daniel. Re-raise from Doug Polk. Doug Polk says he's got what? A full house? Really? Maybe like a 7-5, king 5 or something like that. But he takes it down. Nice hand. Very unusual spot we don't see very often. And left-hand side, we see a 4-bet by Doug Polk. 4-bet alert is going on. All in call. Queens versus ace king. Flush draw for Daniel. He hits the flush on the turn. River. Doug Polk makes the set, but he's drawing dead. As Daniel Negreanu, he wins an all-in. The coin flip. So we see another all-in. A $90,000 pot goes Mr. Daniel Negreanu's way as he fires in the rocket at Doug Polk. So the guys are going back and forth today. Already 2 all-ins there that we have not seen as Daniel wins the pot. The classic tournament player coin flip situation. Ace, king, pocket queens. Right-hand side, 3-bet pre-flop by Daniel. C-bet small once again on these 3-card connected flush board. See how Doug reacts on the turn. 12,600 in the pot. He checks it over. Doug Polk may back up below truck here. But I think, yeah, what we've realized from this challenge is these two could have done this much differently. And they essentially, I don't know if this makes different experience, but I think these two basically can play this match for free. Meaning that they could find the proper sponsorships that would pay them more money than either one of them would make. Left-hand side, Daniel. King high flush. Doug Polk goes to the overbet. Right-hand side, a check call by Daniel. So he bet the flop in a 3-bet pot. Check calls the turn. Doug could have made it straight on the river. So what does Daniel have? Could have overpair. Could have pocket kings. Flush draw is obviously out there too. Let's see if the supreme leader can back this up. He's got a pot-sized bet left. Doesn't always do it. After he bets that 8,000 on the turn. After he goes 2/3. Doug Polk facing a 4-bet. Left-hand side, 4-bet alert. Right-hand side, all in for Doug Polk. 29,000 effective. Daniel, very tough spot with all his 1-pair hands. Pocket kings, pocket queens. Maybe pocket jacks. All in left-hand side again. Supreme leader backing up the truck. Here we go. Daniel folds left-hand side. Right-hand side. What's Daniel going to do? He's tanking down once again, taking his time, making sure he understands the right play. Might be thinking about making a thin call once again. Could be timing down just for balance. Might have a missed flush draw. There we go. Another pot goes Doug's way. So Doug, 4-bet alert on the left-hand side here. So Doug shoves all in on the left-hand side. Bets big on the right-hand side. Maybe Daniel's fed up here. He's had enough. Is this going to be another all-in? I mean, he does go all-in. He calls. Pocket threes. Set on the flop. Daniel's drawing dead on the turn. Doug Polk backs up the truck on Daniel Negreanu. 3 hands in a row as he takes down a huge pot. So Daniel shoves all in with the pocket threes as the machine gun is going to come out. As Doug Polk goes on fire right now. Doug Polk absolutely given to him. Maybe a little bit of steam right there out of Daniel Negreanu with the pocket threes. I mean, we have not seen him. Look at the fire. Here we go. The supreme leader is on fire right now. 2 big pots. I mean, 3 big pots there. A shove all in pre-flop. A big bet on the right-hand side. And the left-hand side, pocket 3s versus pocket jacks. We liking it. 3-bet right-hand side. Gets called. Flop them down 8, 9, 6. Rainbow left hand. These guys are 3-betting massively today. I mean, these guys are like basically, they're treating a raise. They're treating a raise like a... like it's nothing. They're just automatically 3-betting here. So we get 2 3-bets, 2 calls. We got a $50 donation from my man Bill McLean, Canadian. He says, Joey, write me back on Instagram, mate. Would love to sponsor some of the Heads Up match streams. Okay, Bill. Okay. What's your Instagram name? Please send it to me. Yeah, I forgot about the sponsor. I'm not used to finding advertised sponsors, so I just haven't been looking. But we got a couple pots here brewing. Left-hand side, 3-bet pot. Right-hand side, 3-bet pot. Doug Polk betting on both. Dan Negreanu. He might need some scary lady energy. Give him a scary lady, Dan. Left-hand side, he calls. Jack on the turn. Right-hand side, he calls. 5 on the turn. Dan Negreanu. Channeling the energy of the scary lady. Left-hand side, big bet from Doug. Does Daniel have a slow played 4? What's he going to do with the 4? If he's going to slow played 4, what's he going to do? Is he going to shove all in or is he going to just call? Here we go. Daniel calls. 44,000 in the middle, guys. Left-hand side, lock in. Right-hand side, something possibly brewing. The big pot gorilla's coming out. He's ready for it all in, Doug. Give it to him, Doug. Doug's going to shove. He always shoves. Does Daniel have a 4 is the question. The shove right there. There it is. This call. Pocket queens for Doug Polk. Queen jack offsuit. Ay, 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 papi. Colamola, just like that. Another massive pot goes Doug Polk's way as he is absolutely launching bombs at Dan Negreanu today. The machine gun's out. The grenade's out there. Doug Polk back in fire mode as this guy is out of control. Pocket queens versus the queen jack. I mean, listen, he's getting the favorable runouts. Very unlucky there for Daniel. Very unlucky there for Daniel. I mean, Daniel calls the 3-bet. Pretty big bet on the flop, but the queen jack makes sense. He's got the 2 overs. We got something brewing over here on the right-hand side, boys. Lock in. Doug Polk. I can't go past fire mode. I got nothing. 12.8. Here we go. Here we go. Don't do it to him like that, Doug. Doug calls. Don't do it to him like that, Big Poppy. The draws miss. The action's heating up. Don't do it to him like that. Can Daniel get one back? I feel like he doesn't have it here, guys. I feel like he checks it. I didn't think ace queen. So he did have it, but he's not betting the river. Trying to, maybe, that's probably one of those close ones. Maybe that's sometimes betting, sometimes checking, but seems like a close one. Right-hand side, big bet from Daniel on the river. 13.4K. See what happens here. Doug's in the tank. If he doesn't have a queen, he's most likely going to lay it down. See what Doug does. Left-hand side, 3-bet alert as well. Ace, queen, 4. Rainbow. Can be a good board for the 3-better. Let's see what Doug lays it down. So Daniel, listen, I don't know what the fuck this guy did. This guy went in his backpack, in his tank top, like the chest, like the pocket on the tank top that he always wear. He went into that pocket and he pulled out an overbet because the guy is an overbetting machine this session. I mean, I've watched almost all sessions, and I was what is he watching the sessions? He is. This fucking guy's. You know what? The last session I commented specifically. I go, he's really not overbetting at all. And then I found this clip. And I got to play this clip for you guys. Negreanu saying something about the stream. So this leads me away. Maybe he's scrolling through a little bit. Left-hand side. Doug, I'm not saying any slowed down. Holy fuck. Why did I say that? I'm giving away advice. I bet on Doug. I'm giving away advice. I kept telling him he's got to slow down. Now he's plays so slow. Oh my god. Left-hand side, something brewing. Come on out, Gorilla. We got a big pot alert. 31.5K in the middle. The Gorilla's banging his chest. The board's ace 4-4, deuce queen, Doug 3-bet pre-flop, bet flop, bet turn, shoves river. He's saying he got a full house. But we know that he often has the Doug Polk dog shit special. Daniel's in the tank. He lays it down. Nice hand for Doug. Exercising his right. That's the good thing about having bad hands. When you make a big bet, your opponent can fold. The fold equity matters. Now, you don't want to get too overboard with that, and you do not want to justify every bad play that you make. You know what I'm saying? Through this other application, there's like this app called Choker. It's like chess and poker. And I talked to that guy a few times, and he proposed a possible collaboration with me and Hikaru. So I might start doing stuff with more of the chess people. So yeah, it'd be fun. I'd love to learn some chess. I used to be really good at checkers. Obviously, chess is way different. It's kind of board game and pieces. But any game that has solver, you can get better at pretty easy. And obviously, it takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of work, takes a lot of time, takes a lot of obsession to be able to grind up to any sort of reasonable skill level at the game. But I think you can at least get acceptable, and you could battle some donks after a little bit of studying. And if you got these really great streamers out there giving away their plays and their thought processes, then I think that's awesome, man. It makes sense. Chess is banging, chess is booming. And here we got Dan Negreanu and Doug Polk battling it out. Hoss of Pain, $4.99. Jake or Logan Paul? I go with the Logan Paul guy, man. Jake Paul, that guy takes, I mean, they both take real outrageous strategies, but yeah, I think I would, I just like the Logan Paul guy better. He seems more like a regular dude. Jake Paul is regular. You guys understand, these guys are just playing this up dramatically. Left-hand side, overbet. This is definitely a board to overbet on. They love the King 10. King 10 overbets are just appear to be very rampant. I don't even know if you bet anything but overbet sometimes on the King 10 flops. So Doug's in the tank. Overbet 5,800. Doug, check raises. Okay. What the hell would he be bluffing here with? He gets called Queen 10. So trip 10s for Doug Polk. Gets that massive raise in. What did Daniel have? Daniel may have had maybe a 10 worse kicker. What do you wouldn't overbet a king, right? So I guess he's got to have a 10 in that situation. I don't see what else he could have. Leon Moore says Joey Doug said he doesn't like poker. It's a grind and it's math and that's it. Yeah, I mean, that some people feel that way, right? Like, that's how it is sometimes. You're not always in love with what you do. So I think that sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need to reframe it. Sometimes, like, I think if he's playing other people, maybe enjoys it more if he's playing for higher stakes. But I think Doug, like, we got a couple pots here brewing, but I think Doug just likes to play for really high stakes. And to him, $1 million swing, like he wants to win millions of dollars. He doesn't want to necessarily win 300,000. So he finds fun, I think, business right now. So right-hand side, we got an overbet on the turn by Daniel on the Jack 3 deuce deuce. Left-hand side, 3-bet pot. Daniel bets the flop. Right-hand side, Doug wins another one with the Jack 8. So Daniel overbets twice in a row, 2 spots, does not bet on the river. Left-hand side, 3-bet pot. C-bet on the flop by Daniel. 8-9 makes the pair. Jack 9, I mean the Jack 9 offsuit. We know both of these guys are a little frisky with the Jack 9 offsuit. Let's see here, 19K in the middle. I feel it. Energy builds up. This is a bad card for Daniel. I feel like Doug's going to make a bet. He does make the bet. Bets the third pot. Puts Daniel a little bit in a pressure cooker situation here, because we know that when you call the 6,000 against the Supreme Leader, you got to be prepared and ready to give your heart and your soul to calling the river with usually a marginal hand. So Daniel does call. River's the deuce. I mean, here we go. 31.9K in the middle. Big Pacarilla says, we want a hand. Show me something, guys. What's Daniel going to do? He checks it. Doug, does he bluff? Jack Queen, 5-6. Well, 5-6 makes a straight. Okay. Makes Mexico. That's true. I missed Mexico. Sometimes you miss Mexico. It happens. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, all in. Call. Queen, I'm telling you guys, we ended up in the marginal situation on the river when you got to make the marginal call. And unfortunately, that's what happens. Ay, papi. Big pot goes the Supreme Leader's way as he is getting ready. Pull it out, Poppy. Give it to him. Throw that bomb. Boom, he's on fire. Let's go. The Supreme Leader has entered the fire mode. Aye, puppy. The man's on absolute fire right now. Adam Kirk with the 10 donation. He says, I think people dislike Doug because he looks, smiles, and is confident to the point he seems arrogant. He's very humble, though. He admits he wasn't a natural talent at poker, has to work harder. So they don't like that? They don't like that he smiles? They don't, because he looks, smiles, and is confident. So he's confident. He's confident and smile. He smiles while he's confident. So it makes me arrogant. Makes sense. I can understand that. Right-hand side, Daniel with the weird bet on the turn. He bet like a very, I don't know what's going on in this hand, guys. We got something brewing this hand. We got something brewing this hand. Daniel bet the pot. So Daniel min bet the turn. He min bet the turn. What the hell is he doing? What the fuck is going on in this hand, guys? Lock in. We're going to see something here, hopefully. He calls deuce 5. Ay, papi. That makes sense. Okay. So Daniel juicing up there with the deuce 5. I don't know. Makes sense. See what happened that hand. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay, so did he do the check call, lead on trips? He check raised. What the fuck is going on here? He check raised. He got min. What the guys? Am I going crazy? Let's lock in this left-hand table. We saw his pot-sized bet. Now we see Daniel betting a river. Let's see what happens here. He calls King 6 backdoor trips for Dan Negreanu, $24,000 pot. You can see Daniel bet pot on the turn. You see what he had? He had a gutter, 9-10 jack. Queen makes him a straight. He had a club draw, and he had that 6, so he could have made the backdoor trips, the very hidden backdoor trips. The thing about backdoor trips is they're hidden sometimes. So when you do make a backdoor trip draw, you usually get paid off. So this hand, guys, this hand is sponsored by the mental hospital because I don't know what is happening here. These guys are going a little crazy. Min, a small bet, a 3x raise, and then a re-raise and a call. And then Daniel bets 585 on the turn. And the guy calls. The river is the deuce, and he pots it. And the guy calls. What they had here, I don't know, but I mean, listen, he's got the deuce. It makes sense. Here we go, 3-bet pot, right-hand side. The pot's brewing, the gorilla's fired up. I feel something here, guys. I feel it coming. People want the red line shirt. Listen, red line shirt coming out soon. Don't worry. Here we go. 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 895. 895. The gorilla feels it. 832. 19.5K in the middle. What are we gonna get? Is this it? What is it, that face? Give it to him, Polk! The Supreme Leader rises from the grave. 2 losing sessions in a row. He says, I'm not going to do it. I'm the Red Line King. That's what he said. He says, I'm the Red Line King. He calls. Here we go. 31.9 in the middle. You guys know what's coming on this river. Sure, it's a diamond, but you know what's going to happen. The Supreme Leader will shove all in. And Daniel will snap call with a flush and stack him. Here it comes. This is ambitious. I had it! I had it! Fuck! I fucking had it! How does he know? How does this guy know? He's so sick. Is he the greatest player of all time? Is he the greatest player of all time? How does he know? How does he know? Is this guy a fucking god or what? How does he know? What an amazing... Did you guys see that check back? Boom. Didn't fall for it. He knew he had the backdoor flush. He knew it. He fucking knew it. Look at that. Dog, listen. This is what happens when I'm not on edibles. Fucking crazy. This is why I take the edibles, you know what I'm saying? So the man makes 5 blues on the river. I mean, how good is this guy? Polk. Is it 4-bet alert on left-hand side? Here we go. Lock in. I felt something there. I'm just telling you that hand, I felt it. I felt something. 4-bet alert, right-hand side. Here we go. The boys are deep. They're about $6,000 deep. Or $60,000 deep, sorry. 6,000 a lot, too. See if Doug reacts here. We did see him shove all in a little earlier. He does just call. Big pots brewing. Jack 5-3, 2 hearts. Daniel with the initiative this time. He's going to be doing the betting, I would imagine, putting Doug Polk in the tough spot to have to make a call down here. Jack 5-3, 2 hearts. Daniel 4-betting often. He's going to have a whole bunch of BS. He's going to have that dog special. Maybe he goes to the quarter. He does go quarter. 5,399. Doug might have pocket 7s, pocket 5s, pocket 3s. Jack Queen. 6-7 of hearts. 6-7 of hearts. I mean, you're getting a little hard right now. Turn comes down and said Jack. Can't be enemies. Kind of scary for Daniel. I don't think Doug's going to have like a 4-6. When Doug calls here, he's going to have Jacks. Maybe have like pocket 8s. Maybe have pocket. I think all pocket pairs below the Jack. Or he's going to be check calling that small bet with. Let's see how Daniel proceeds. 32,000 in the middle. 42,000 behind. I don't think this gets all in. They both got a Jack. Backdoor quad draw. Comes in. Jack run out. Doug Polk might go for a little tasty overbet here. If he does overbet, I'll send $100 to someone on Venmo once again. The special Venmo giveaway. Sponsored by the Supreme Leader, overbetting constantly. Don't do it. I mean, this fucking guy. Every time. He doesn't got it. Daniel's going to get him. He's going to slow roll him with quads. $42,000 bet by Doug Polk. Daniel's in the tank. Does he have ace high? Is he thinking about calling with ace high? I mean, Doug's saying he's got the quads. He, of course, is going to have some missed draws, but he knows Daniel isn't going to have a full house here that often. I mean, he could have checked back kings, queens, aces. I don't think he's 4-betting 8s, 9s, and Supreme Leader takes it down. 4-bet alert. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. 4-bet alert is brewing. All in, call. Ace, king versus 10s. King on the flop. 8 on the turn. 6 on the river. Dan Negreanu, just like that. Back in the match. A $157,000 pot goes Dan Negreanu's way. The classic coin flip all in. Ace king versus pocket 10s. King on the board. And just like that, Dan Negreanu picks up the machine gun and he says, I got something for you, Doug Polk. The coin flip king, Dan Negreanu. Boom. Just like that, claws his way back into this match. And listen, man, he's been needing these flips. He said he ain't winning the all-ins, but that's how you fire your own rocket ship on Doug Polk. Left-hand side, 3-bet pot, Doug Polk. C-bets, king 5 deuce. We know the boys never get all in on king 5 deuce. It never happens in a 3-bet pot on a king high board. But if there was ever a time for it to happen, this might be it. So the man calls, turn is an ace. So 3-bet pot, Daniel bet flop. Or sorry, Doug bet flop. Daniel called 2-2-2 on the turn. Doug's going to bet 8,200. Our place says, I'll match your 100, Joey. This is Eva. I'll send a TikTok. Eva who? I don't know. Left-hand side. Here we go, guys. Big pot's brewing. Will Doug Polk, till you put the pressure on her, if he's got a hand like a queen jack, queen 10, might need to think he has to bet. He does check it. I want to see a big pot. The gorilla's ready. Daniel checks back the king queen. So $28,000 pot goes Daniel's way as he claws back to even for the match. Daniel flopped the top pair there. Doug Polk had the flush draw and the pair. Did not bluff that river as Daniel Negreanu is clawing back here quite nicely. I'm just choosing personally to focus on the more positive. If I see any very outlandish, like obvious issues that I can help out or clean up, and that's what I'm going to try to do. But I just want to see what develops some of these sites. There's a lot more competition brewing up. ACR is not going to have it so easy anymore because they're losing market share to application-based sites. They're going to lose market share to GG Poker. They're going to lose market share to Poker King. They're going to lose share to Global Poker as online poker becomes more legal in America, which is obviously very slow. It doesn't really necessarily relevant. But so ACR is going to have to, by default, improve their process, which is why they bring in Nanonoko. So I'll explain that more in a second. Left-hand side, big raise by Daniel, or smallest raise, actually. Doug does call. Big pot brewing right now. Right-hand side. Big pot as well, 19,000, 23,000. All in. And a snap fold there. So Doug Polk losing a couple of big pots. Dan Negreanu trying to make the comeback here. Big pot from Doug Polk on the right. Gets snap called. King 5. Ay, 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 papi. We love that hand. King 5 of spades. So the guys are battling back and forth here. Doug takes one down. Daniel takes one down. The two are getting after it. Daniel Negreanu right now, probably what's Daniel about? Down about $50,000 to $100,000 for the match so far. So now I'm fired up again. Left-hand side, 3-bet pot. Bet and a call. Turn is a king of hearts. Flush gets there. Straight draws miss. 6-7 misses. 4-6 misses. See what Daniel decides to do. He checks. See what Doug decides to do here. Checks back. River. 4th heart gets there. Snow begins to fall here in GTO headquarters. Honestly, guys, I don't want to spend another fucking second of my life looking into what ACR is doing, really. I don't want to even do, I'd rather quit poker than do something else. I'd rather start a lawn mowing business, honestly. I'd rather mow lawns for the rest of my life than even attempt to go back down the ACR path. I really don't want to. I really don't want to at all, guys. So let's see left. Backdoor flush gets there. Big bet by Doug, or small bet by Doug. Big bet by Doug to be all in. He does get called Ace Jack. King 5 again. Ay, ay, ay. So the King 5 suited here. For Dan Negreanu. So Doug turns the Ace Jack into a bluff. Break it down. Right-hand side. Check raise. Left-hand side. Pot Bruin. Daniel check calls. Right-hand side, check raises. 8-3 deuce. They are deep stack again. Once again, guys, pay attention. 81,000 in the middle. Or 81,000 behind here. That could go in the middle for Daniel Negreanu. Let's see what happens here. Doug's in about 7,600. Big pot brewing. We haven't had a big pot yet when this guy did this. That's not good. That's not a good sign. He calls. River's a 3. Is Doug going to go over bet city? Is Doug going to go over bet city here when Daniel checks? 26,000 in the middle, guys. The gorilla wants it. The gorilla wants... No, doesn't do it. Doug. So Daniel has King 9. Interesting. So Daniel check called the flop with the King 9 offsuit there. So Daniel's in the 3-bet pot. Looks like he check called Queen 9. Interesting here. Let me pull this hand up, guys. Replayer of the day sponsored by Christmas time. So King 9. Check calls. Turn is a 9. Check calls again. Okay. River is a 3. Landon, is that a good check call? Where's Landon at? We need Landon. Buddy. Is King 9 to a light check call on this flop? I mean, hit a 9 on the turn. It makes sense. 3-bet pot again. Left-hand side, right-hand side. Something's brewing a little bit as well. Daniel's going to see bet 29.59 on the left. Queen 10-3 rainbow. Right-hand side, 11.2K pot. Flush draw misses. Left-hand side, Doug does call. Right-hand side, big bet from Daniel. Or Doug on the river. 7,500. He gets called. Pocket 10s. What a value bet. Nice hand by Doug Polk. So Doug gets a sweet little value with the pocket 10s. Left-hand side, big bet by Daniel. Here we go. So 3-bet pre-flop, C-bet on the flop. Energy builds up. He does call. River's a queen. This is it. This is the kind of hand where it all gets in. 40,000 behind, guys. The backdoor flush gets there. The queen gets there. Queen 10. Pocket 10s. 40,000 in the middle. Dan Negreanu could get back to even. Does he shove queen? Does he shove queen 10? 2x overbet, Daniel. He ain't going to shove queen 10. I feel it. He does. He bets pot. Snap fold just like that. Dan Negreanu. He was down about 100,000 on that table. Doug had about 200 and something, 230, 240,000. Daniel ends up making back that 100,000. So he was down a few 100,000 on that table. Makes back at least, what is he at? Start with 40s, makes about 8,000 back. So he's clawing back here, guys. This is anyone's match. Oh boy, here we go. 4-bet alert on the right. Here we go, guys. I feel like we got the biggest pot of the session coming up. I just really do, guys. The smoke clears up. I feel like we're gonna see it. A 200,000 banger. Doug Polk calls the 4-bet. 5-6 deuce, 2 spades, queen jack spades. Makes that flush draw. Joey in the chat says, Joey Ingram, can you shout out my friends Malexa Crosta and Anita Peace? Are those like out of line names? Anita Peace? Are those supposed to be like some sort of like name that you read? Here we go. 10.8K from Daniel. Half pots it. Might have pocket aces, pocket kings. Lock in, boys. Poker Mountain 20. Here we go. 9 of spades. Here we go. Daniel's going to check back. Ay, 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 papi. Here we go. The gorilla wants it. He's beating his chest for a big pot. King 3. Certainly possible. King 3 of spades. Could be in Daniel's range. Here we go, guys. Pots brewing. 43,000 in the middle. 90,000 behind. 80,000 behind. Uh-oh. Here we go. 12.9K from Daniel Negreanu. Doug Polk could have 7-8. Might have set of 5, set of 6s. He ain't going anywhere. He calls. Queen offsuit on the river. 78,000 behind. Daniel going to check it back. He's going to check. He's going to show it down. He's got one pair. If somebody has King 3 of spades, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Queen on the river. Set of 5, set of 6 is possible for Doug. Queen Jack of spades. Flush out there. 69,000 in the middle. This could be the biggest pot of the session. Biggest pot of the match. Is Dan Negreanu going to jam all in here? He holds all in. He snap folds just like that. Dan Negreanu. Massive pot. $69,000 for Daniel as he puts the pedal to the metal there on Doug Polk. And Doug Polk, what could he have had? I mean, he could have had that one spade in his hand, pocket jacks, maybe one spade, hoping to try to get to showdown. But the truck driver does not get backed up there. Doug's fan, there they are. Daniel Negreanu's fan club has finally made an appearance for today's session. What a big hand, guys. Wow, that was something that could have been the biggest hand of the session. Sometimes you got to go for it, guys. 3-bet pot, right-hand side, queen 8 deuce. 2 diamonds. Sometimes you got to go for it, man. But with that said, we got to give him the card. We got to give Polk. Give it to him, Doug. Where you at, Doug? You coming, truck driver? Boom! Nails him for that 8-5 of diamonds play. What are you thinking, Poppy? Speeding around, trying to show off. Here we go, right-hand side, 3-bet pot. Queen 8 deuce, 2 diamonds. Turn is an ace of clubs. Flush misses. 9-10 misses. 10-jack misses. Certainly a hand both players could have. Doug's going to bet the ace. 2/3 pot. $8,000 into 12K. $53,000 behind. They're going back and forth today. See what Daniel's going to do here. He calls. River is a 7. Flush misses. Straight miss. Daniel had a hand like 10-jack. Double gutter. Does not get there. Doug might be inclined to check here. Daniel might have a hand like an ace-jack offsuit. If he has ace-jack offsuit, he's going to want to bet. If he's got his missed straight draws, he might decide to bet here as well. Maybe like a 4 or 5 of diamonds. What do? You got 4 or 5 of diamonds, boys. Here we go, 28.2K in the middle. Daniel thinking about his size. What does he go with? Maybe 21, 18? Probably 18. 28,000 in the middle. He's 18. There we go, 18,000. Let's see if Doug has that ace-jack. 9. Whoa! What a call! Wow! What a call by Doug Polk. 9-7. Wow! Holy moly. That was an insane call. Rocket at him. Look at that. I mean, listen, that guy's on absolute fire. That was a fire call right there. Just firing everything at this guy. Wow, what a call. Instantly snap calls in there with that 9-7. Bust him off. Wow. Guys, look at that. 10 jack. I mean, it makes sense, right? Gut shot straight. 9-7 on that flop. So Doug has nothing. He's got squadoosh. He bets the ace on the turn. Makes sense. And he snap calls. This bet from Daniel was bluffing. You could tell Daniel was tanking. He didn't want to do it. He knew it. He felt it. He felt like he was going to get called. And, man, Doug snaps him off. 9-7, 10 jack. Like I said, makes sense. 10 jack, double gutter on the turn. That's definitely going to make sense. I mean, he's got to bluff some of these hands, right? He's got to bluff 4 or 5 diamonds. He feels like he's got to bluff 10 jack. You know, what hands are you going to show up there on the river with when, right, that you're going to bluff? It's going to have missed diamonds, and it's going to be these kind of straight draws like this. You're probably folding 9-10 on the turn. 10 jack makes sense. Right-hand side, overbet, ace 6-6. Look at that, 666 devil number. Look, oh, you guys, don't look at that. So Daniel overbets, gets Doug off the chop. Very nice hand. Nice play by Daniel there, putting the aggression on. I feel like that's not a play we saw Dan Negreanu make earlier in this match, where he just turned up that heat. We're going to update the total. It looks like Doug Polk up somewhere around $70,000 for the match so far. Overbet left-hand side, same board, 6-6. What's going on? 6-6-6. Oh, no. Mark of the beast. Daniel's raising him. Daniel, Poppy. Nice raise, Poppy. Nice raise. So tech, finance, esports. And I consider poker an esport too. So I do have some faith that things will turn around a little bit for poker and the general perception. I think there's more tech guys playing. There's more finance people playing. I think it's a great way for people to hang out together and play too. Right-hand side, big raise by Doug on the river. So Daniel overbets the river. All in. Call. The most anticlimactic $200,000 pot of all time. Both players have the straight. Both players were absolutely hard in their pants. Poker hard beyond belief. And the first $200,000 pot. Doug's going to bet again. We've seen him do this often. C bets flop. A board changing card like a 6. He goes with this size, 4K, 1/3 pot. Doug takes it down, and that's it. That's it. The 5-hour marathon session is over.